When I took my open water course, there were two parts that didn't make sense to me. They had to be passed before I could strap on any scuba gear. The two parts were the swim test and treading water. You may have thought like me, who in their right mind thought I needed a swim test. If anything, this is the safest swimming I've ever done. I can't drown because I'm taking air with me. And treading water? I'm literally going to be wearing an inflatable vest. If I need to add weight to sink, why would I be treading water? If I do end up stuck on the surface, I'm blowing into this balloon I'm wearing and floating, not treading water. But knowing how to swim and tread water are necessary in scuba. They allow you to care for yourself in an emergency and lessen the chance of you panicking. Yet they do seem like an oxymoron. This reminds me of when Nicodemus, the man who was in charge of interpreting the law, came to Jesus and was told in John chapter 3, verse 3, "Most assuredly, I say to you, unless one is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God." Nicodemus responds much like a swim test for scuba in verse 4. How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter a second time into his mother's womb and be born? The answer your scuba instructor will give you will shed some insight, but honestly, it probably won't change your questioning of the test. Much like in John chapter 3, verses 5 to 8, Jesus answered, "Most assuredly, I say to you, unless one is born of water and the Spirit, he cannot enter the kingdom of God. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Do not marvel that I said to you, you must be born again. The wind blows where it wishes, and you hear the sound of it, but cannot tell where it comes from and where it goes. So is everyone who is born of the Spirit." Again, the answer didn't clear things up as much as Nicodemus would have liked, so he asked, "How can these things be?" Just like we may ask, why do I have to swim that far, or float, or tread water for that long? Once you actually start diving, it becomes pretty clear, especially on your first ocean dive, when the weather turns unexpectedly. You descend in mild waves, only to surface and see the propellers of the dive boat coming clear out of the water as waves are now crashing over your head. In life, we think we can use our gear and our abilities to overcome sin in our lives. But that's like scuba diving when you can't swim. At some point, the unexpected will happen. You'll find yourself in the crashing waves of life. Your regulator will fall out of your mouth, and free flow all your gas away. Unable to catch your breath in the crashing waves, the weight you carry starts dragging you under the unrelenting waves. You panic and sink while kicking and screaming out all the air in your lungs. As you sink, you pray, hoping someone will rescue you. Color just kind of fades to gray, and then gray turns to black as you slip under the waves. In John chapter 3, verses 16 to 18, we're told, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He who believes in him is not condemned. But he who does not believe is condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God." When we sank in life and realized we couldn't swim, we yielded to the offer of God. Jesus jumped into the crashing waves, descended after us, dumped our weight, expertly used his breath to inflate our BC, and safely guided us to the surface, where he gave us his breath of life. Jesus is our rescue diver, who will save us in the storm, even when we can't swim. Some may ask, why would Jesus wait that long? If you've ever taken the rescue course, you know it's easier to save someone who's passed out than panicking kicking, and punching. Some people will calm down and let you help. Others, you can only help when they have no choice. Don't wait to learn to swim in this life until it's too late. Let Jesus teach you how today. I pray that this message has encouraged you. For full messages, please visit us at the Canton Covenant group channel. Thank you, and dive safe.